Good evening, welcome to Bells and Whistles Sports Show live on Riverside Radio. I'm your host for the evening, Jermaine. Alongside me to my right, I have Elijah and Shizzle.
Yo.
What's going on, guys?
Good.
Good. We're going to start off with some boxing. As you know, it's been a jam-packed week of boxing. On the weekend last week, you had a big fight. Errol Spence Jr. versus Shawn Showtime Porter. You had Daniel Dubois fighting in Royal Albert Hall. And you had Nicola Adams defending a world title. And along with that, a super middleweight clash between David Benavidez and Anthony Dirrell. So we're going to start off with Daniel Dubois. He defeated Ebenezer Tete. From Ghana. So Daniel Dubois stopped this guy in the first round. The guy, I'm going to say, watching it, he didn't look like he wanted to be in there. The first.
Yeah, his mind was elsewhere.
His mind was elsewhere.
He looked a bit sheepish.
Yeah, he looked very nervous. I mean,
it's sad though. He's from Ghana. He should do better. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Because I watched it before, and he was coming down and making his ring walk, and he looked nervous. He didn't. There's nothing when they had the last stare off. He didn't look the ball in his eyes. He looked very nervous. He took quite a while to put in his gum shield, and he just looked like he didn't want to be in there. And you could see by the performance, he just didn't want to be in there, and he got stopped quite easily. So I was a bit disappointed. For me, he didn't go a few more rounds, but Dubois moves on, and I'm sure he's going to fight in a few more big fights, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Another fight that weekend is Nicola Adams on the same card. She defended her WBO world title, and she won on points. So congratulations to Nicola Adams, defeating her opponent on points. And then we went on over to America, big fight in LA. Errol Spence Jr. versus Shawn Showtime Porter. Big unification fight for the IBF and the WBC world titles. Errol Spence came out on top, dropping Porter, I think it was the 11th round. Porter for me was probably on top, more the aggressor coming forward. Laid a few good shots, but made it probably the most difficult fight of Errol Spence's career so far. And Porter showed, that he's a force to be reckoned with, because he gave him a really, really tough fight, and I was really impressed. I thought this fight would be a stoppage for Errol Spence, but Shawn Porter just showed the heart of a lion and took it all the way to the points, and probably was unlucky to lose on points if it wasn't for that late knockdown.
Yeah, true.
But also that night as well, we had David Benavidez, 22 years old, became a two-time WBC super middleweight champion, stopping Anthony Dirrell in the 7th round. Anthony Dirrell sustained a bad cut, I think it was above the right eye, and just gushing of blood. He could have easily been stopped before. He came out, stuck in there. But he just couldn't. We couldn't really see out of the eye, and Benavidez landed some good shots, and basically got the knockout. And he goes on. He says, at the age of 22, he's now a two-time super middleweight champion, and he could be fighting the likes of our very own Callum Smith. Could be even fighting some like Billy Joe Saunders, Cali Plant. There's a lot of super middleweights you can fight there. There's a few good fights coming up very soon as well. I don't know if you guys know. Heard of Mr. Dirrell, guys?
Oh yeah,
Never heard of him.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Once, you know.
I've heard a few times, but
Okay, so news come out this week that former world heavyweight world champion Joseph Parker has pulled out of this fight against Dirrell with illness. So Eddie Hearn, Matchroom and Boxing and others are trying to get a late replacement for him. There's fighters like Michael Hunter's come out, said he wouldn't mind taking the fight. There's Joe Joyce, our very own Joe Joyce,
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be a good one actually.
So that's
there is still some decent names. There's Oscar Rivas, who fought Dana White last, and there is Povetkin. But there's a fight which could be a bit controversial if it does happen, and this is Miller. Gerald Miller, the one who's supposed to be fighting Andy Joshua before the drugs test, failed 3 drugs tests. And
wow,
it looking like he could be getting
a free.
Yeah, just a free. looks like he could be fighting Dirrell at the end of this month at the O2 Arena in this massive heavyweight fight. Guys, what do you think of obviously about a guy who came out with failed 3 drugs tests? Do you think he should be getting a big payday like this just months after failing a 3 drugs test?
No way. It's a bit of a joke, ain't it, boxing? It does make a mockery of the sport. Like, you can fail so many drug tests. It's like, oh, there's a fight that's pulled out. Throw me in, get his millions, and then probably find another drugs test.
Yeah, I mean, do you think there could be someone else waiting in the wings who deserves the shot more than he does?
I say give it to someone else, really. I feel like, maybe once, twice, but like 3 times, Not even like the song, but but like, come on, man, we're giving people chances to get money out here. I think other people are deserving of a shot, although it does it's quite controversial. People would like that actually, and I'll pay to see that fight. I really would actually.
I would, yeah.
I would, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we obviously slated Miller recently for failing a drugs test, but that's a fight we. When I say drugs test, I mean drugs tests, but not. It would actually be a good scrap.
Yeah.
It was about Chisora. He's one of the guys. He's not the sort of person who's gonna box skillfully. He's looking to blast you out.
Yeah, exactly. Just go to war in the middle,
So that's the way.
Battle it out.
That's what everybody's about.
That's what we'll pay money for, isn't it?
Yeah, he wants to see 10 rounds or 12 rounds of heavyweight boxing. You want to see it done within 3-4 rounds.
You know what I'm saying?
KOs,
Slug each other and then.
I wouldn't see Joe Joyce, obviously being a local.
That would be a good one.
That would be a good match.
That would be a good one. I think, to be fair, what you love about Chisora is that it's just a fire in his eyes. I mean, see the way that, he was so upset about the last time and stuff when they had him in the press conference. These people make it entertaining, That's why I love these fights.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I really agree with you. Chisora, you do get your money's worth. He is a character, and I'm sure whoever he fights, the press conference is going to be entertaining as well. But we're going to move on. I recently saw interviews from the WC World Champion Deontay Wilder. He's recently done an interview with Sky and came out and spoke about Anthony Joshua yet again. He's come out and said Joshua's secrets. He knows Joshua's secret basically. He's saying that Joshua didn't want it. You could see in his eyes that there was something wrong, and he's got his number basically. Do you guys still agree with that?
You know what? I'm just upset because they should have got this fight done before. He's out here fighting Ortiz for the second time. Don't get me wrong, Ortiz is a good fighter, but I'm thinking, mate, when you guys are undefeated, the money, don't get me wrong, Joshua's on his road to redemption. He's trying to get back the belts and everything like that. But right now, if Joshua had won that fight, it would have been a different kind of thing. But it's interesting to see. I think eventually they're going to have to fight out.
Yeah.
They're going to have to. None of this, I'm doing, man. Get it done. Let's get this signed and let's get it on, because you can tell, both good fighters, Wilder, the power behind some of his punches, man, it's crazy. But sometimes when he fights, he does kind of he's just, I feel like he's swinging out, no reason. But I kind of want that, though. I want him to go in the middle of the ring, get it done, get it done early. Anthony just come, to be fair, I don't want to cry in it because I'm a bit scared about December. But to be honest, they should get it done. But I feel like Fury has now edged it, so Fury is more deserving. Because that fight that they got on, boy, Fury fought excellently, and he was cheated. Everyone knows it.
Yeah,
everyone knows it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. That was a great fight, and I'm sure if Joshua does happen, that'll be another great fight. But obviously, those guys got to win their fights first coming up. Wilder also came out. I don't know if you guys know Alexander Usyk, undisputed cruiserweight champion, now moved up to heavyweight. And Wilder's made that comments recently. He said he's too small to fight him, and he says that he's got this good movement, but if he gets in the ring with me, basically I'll knock him out. I'm sure some people disagree, some people will agree, but that's a fight as well that will be very, 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 very tasteful. I think I'd love to see that fight happen. They say stars make fights. Obviously, I think Usyk will cause him problems, just like the way Fury did, because he's got good movement, good feet, good head movement, throws punches at different angles, which is something Wilder's not used to. So that would be a good fight as well. That would happen as well. So yeah, heavyweight division is looking very, very good at the moment. Some top fighters out there, and I'm sure hopefully if the promoters can make these fights happen next year, especially, could be some really good fights. Also, this weekend we have Gennady Triple G Golovkin fighting Derevchenko for the IBF middleweight championship. It's a fight that obviously people do make Golovkin favourites, and rightly so. Derevchenko is a tough middleweight. He's fought recently against Danny Jacobs and lost to Danny Jacobs on points. He's very active, and I think this fight could be, if it doesn't stop early, it could be a points. It can go over to 12 rounds. Definitely. Obviously, people are saying Triple G's favourite, but guys, do you think shots can happen? Do you think, obviously, Golovkin now, you're looking at him, he's getting that age of 37 now. Do you think there could still be shots from this guy on the night?
You know what? I'm a big fan of Triple G. I like the way he goes about his business and the way he fights. I think, like, you know, obviously Saunders was saying some stuff about him, about how this fight is gonna age him and how it's gonna be a lot for him, and it possibly could be because he's fighting a good fighter. But I feel like if he comes through this, you know, it was a bit harsh. All the fights that he's fought against, gosh, I'm forgetting the guy's name, Canelo. Yeah, like I feel like it's just, you know, it wasn't like he lost it hugely. It was just a swing. In a different way, he could have got the decision, you know. So I don't know. I think does he want to put that to bed, or does he want to go again, you know, and do it again for the time? Because to be honest, there's money in that as well. And I feel like it still burns him a bit that he feels like the first time he didn't get the decision to go in his favour. So yeah, if he comes through this weekend, it just depends, because it could go either way. He could knock him out quite early, or he could go like, you know, maybe 10-11 and maybe he gets it on points, or he can knock him out late. It depends, you know. But I can see the ages will eventually maybe catch up to him. So it's hard to kind of call it, but I feel like he will win this weekend. And boy, I'll just go back for Canelo, man. Do it a third time. Yeah.
Yeah, Chiz. I don't know if you watch much of Golovkin's fights. He's a hard hitter.
I've seen some of his fights. The man's got like a brick in his.
Well, we mainly watched the fight together.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Kell Brook.
Yeah, we watched it. Yeah.
You see what up to Kell Brook.
Right, mashed him up. But you never know in boxing. Like one lucky punch. All it takes is one clean lucky punch, and that's lights out.
Yeah.
But you make Triple G favourites.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. This fight could age him because he's a sort of fighter who doesn't box pretty. He lets it go in there, and he gets hit a lot. He takes a lot of shots as well, as he gives a lot of shots, and he's very open. Minimal head movement, so he's open to a lot of shots. And obviously, you have to agree with Saunders. He does take a lot of punishment as well. So it is a fight that could age him, but you never know. It could be a fight that he gets a guy within 1 to 4 rounds. He's that good. He's even at the age of 37. Even if he feels like he's slowing down, he possesses so much power in his fists that he can just get anyone out there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. I will be staying up to watch this fight. I think Golovkin will win by stoppage. I'm going to go for a 6th round stoppage for Gennady Golovkin in this one. We're going to also talk as well about Saunders v Canelo, what could be happening next year. It could be happening in Mexico. Eddie Hearns came out and said that if Saunders wins this fight, and then on the undercard for KSI, Logan Paul, that
hold on, so is that the 2 YouTubers?
The 2 YouTubers, yeah.
Oh, drop me.
So the 2 YouTubers.
Oh, come on, man. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's laughable. I mean, he is the undercard on that fight, which is a shot. He's a world champion. He's on the undercard.
Oh, he's on the undercard. I was taking the biscuit, man.
Sorted, man. Where is that?
But that's where the money's at. And I mean, these guys, Eddie Hearns, like I said to Nando before,
He's a money maker.
He's a money maker. He gets some good cash cows and he makes money out of these guys. So, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to pay the money to watch it. So
yeah, that's a YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, some people will be watching it next day on YouTube. I know I will. But yeah, it's a pay-per-view fight.
Wait, that's pay-per-view?
Yeah, it's a pay-per-view fight.
I'm confused. I'm confused as to what I mean. Like pay-per-view. Nah, man. I catch some highlights on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a YouTube thing. I mean, it is a pay-per-view fight.
Wow.
A champion, a world champion like Saunders is fighting on the undercard, which is crazy. But yeah, he said that if he comes out, that he would like to fight. What's that? Canelo in Mexico. I said Cinco de Mayo. the American Independence Day. So that's a fight will be fantastic if it does happen next year. And one fight I know I'll be looking forward to, because the Stars make fights, like I said again, and their styles are very, very calculated. It'd be like a chess match, and something that just be brilliant to watch. And I can't see a knockout in that fight. I think someone will have to box very well and win on points. But it's a fight that I think Saunders needs, and I think it's a fight that Saunders moved to Matchroom to get. So yeah, hopefully Eddie Hearn is the man to make that fight happen sometime next year. Yeah, so we're going to talk a bit more about some boxing. Don't know if anyone's watching it tonight. We've got the Golden Contract tonight on MTK Global at York Hall. Some good undercards there tonight. Also, yeah, so if you've got a chance, if you're watching tonight as well, you've got Sky Sports. I think it's on maybe on YouTube as well. Tune into Golden Contract on Sky Sports.
That's interesting.
There's some good guys, hungry guys coming up and trying to make their name in boxing. So yeah, definitely check that out. There was a fight as well I watched last week. I was going to try to pronounce his name. It's Mario Barrios, and he defeated Bartra Akhmedov by a bit of a ton of stuff by UD. That was a fight I stayed up last week and I watched. Very, very good fight. Yeah, some good shots landed. Some guys are basically, one of the guys was fighting that's basically landed some good body shots. Barrios, and and for the most of the rounds he looked very good. He looked like he's schooling his opponent. His opponent started getting back into the fight later and later on to the fight. Landed some good shots. I think he even cut Barrios, and but judges saw different and gave Barrios unanimous win by UD, and he goes on to I think to retain his title, and he goes on to fight for even more bigger titles next year. We're going to move on. So I don't know if you guys watched Athletics. Anyone?
Yeah,
I've been watching bits of it actually. Yeah.
It's something we don't really talk about, but I'm a big athletics fan who had obviously the World Championships in Doha, and we're going to start off with gold medalist, 200-meter winner, Dina Asher Smith. Congratulations on her win.
Yes.
Made history. She worked very hard to get where she's got to now. Obviously, she didn't win 100 meters. She got a silver in 100 meters. Coming second to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. There's no shame in losing to Shelly-Ann. Shelly-Ann is she's like a female bolt, like saying, but for me, she's just that incredible. Obviously, coming back from having a baby and achieving that feat is sensational. So, but hats off to Dina Asher Smith. Winning, obviously, she was a favourite to win a 200-meter sprint. She won it. I don't know if she got a PB, but she blew away the field and she won gold now.
World
and
leading.
I think
it was world leading.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So world leading. Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks for that, the camera right now. Fantastic. I mean, obviously she worked hard. I've seen she's had a few injuries. I think like Achilles injuries, hamstring injuries, where she's maybe missed out on major tournaments, European Championships as well, a lot. And to come back, show a lot of mental strength to come back and become a world champion, fantastic. And I hope next year, obviously being the Olympics in Tokyo, hopefully she can go on to become a gold medalist there.
Yeah, she can.
But another one I was really happy about seeing is Katrina Johnson-Thompson winning the gold in heptathlon. Yeah, guys, obviously, I don't know if you've watched her career. I've watched her career for a number of years now, and she's always come up short, had bad injuries, had a bit of luck, maybe confidence issues, and her rival, I forgot her name, is Natasha Tam, her name from Belgium.
Yeah.
TM. She's always been her main rival, always come first, and stopped her becoming Olympic champion and world champion before. But yeah, she won a gold medal in the heptathlon. Guys, what do you think of that? You guys, I'll start with you, Elijah.
I just think it's the desire really, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking to myself, well, I could just do one event, but 7, you know what I'm saying? Like, putting in that work, like, and to be honest, it just shows like sometimes we kind of see it, you know, in the period of the days that they're there, but the hard work that goes behind it, you know, especially with the injuries and stuff like that. I feel with her, it's always just, it's kind of like, you want to be the bride, innit? But it's always bridesmaid. It's bridesmaid kind of like, she's getting close. And I think it was fantastic for her as well to achieve that. And then I feel like once you kind of had these championships, you always look into Olympics, you're always thinking, okay, Olympics is around the corner, because this is important. But boy, next year that's
the one,
that's creme de la creme. Because you get gold there, like you're up there. So, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So she did very well in this. It's fantastic news for her, and great result.
Yeah, cheers. What do you think?
I think it's fantastic for her. I watched the athletics when it's on, and seeing the injuries and setbacks. But the key point was the javelin.
Yeah.
Because that team, that's her strong point, the javelin, and she's mucked up. That's what got her. I think it was 136 points ahead going into the last event, and that was Katarina's strongest. So you just knew what she had to do, just don't fall over.
Yeah.
And she had it in the bag. So hats off to her. Well done. And Dina Smith as well. That final, she blew it away.
Yeah. Obviously, they've had to wait a long time for this. Obviously, especially Katarina, where she's probably lived in the shadows of someone like Jessica Ennis.
Yeah.
So to her to win a world title now, can you see her going on, maybe becoming an Olympic champion now? Obviously, you've seen someone like Jessica Ennis dominate for a good 4 to 8 years. Do you think it's her time now to take that mantle now? And
yeah, I think it is. She just needs to go in there with confidence. Like there's not going to be, she's not going to win every event. Just the strong one she needs to do her best in, and just hopefully pick up a few points in the one she's not good at. Like I think the javelin's not her strongest, so pick up a few points in that, and who knows?
Brilliant. Obviously, I don't know if you guys watched it. Obviously, the men's as well, but didn't do too well in terms of sprinting that.
I've kind of given up on that.
Yeah, I mean, the men's are underachieved for a long time now. We've not had a world champion for
wow. It's been a while.
Guys don't look like really competing with the Americans and the Jamaicans.
Yeah.
What do you think we need to do to improve that in terms of getting ourselves on the podium at least?
See if we can get the Jamaicans or the USA to come over to Great Britain.
Transfer them over, yeah. Just change the passport. Yeah. Just come over, man. Represent.
We'll do that all for Brexit, yeah?
Yeah. You know what
Brexit comes in,
I mean, no. I mean, do you think we need to go back to grassroots? I know when I was training, a lot of people were just about speed and power, not really too much on endurance, especially when you're doing 200 meters. You do need to have a very good endurance, especially when you're attacking the bend, and to stay along the straight. You need to have a good endurance to get through there, and basically not blow out. So I don't know. Is it something we need to look at in terms of? Well, I mean, we've got all this. We're well funded. We're well funded. We've got all the facilities and stuff like that. There shouldn't be no excuse for us to be competing, surely, guys.
I don't know, because with that, like, don't get me wrong with athletics, I wouldn't say it's like up there in terms of like major sports in which kids want to do. I think it always kind of starts first with football, and then it kind of goes down depending on what's going on at the moment.
If you're quick.
Yeah, exactly. Then that's it. Whereas I feel like kind of with like the Americans and the Jamaicans, especially with America, like that track and field, that's drilled into them. They kind of get that, and not to make an excuse for us. I don't know. Sometimes it takes a bit of a while, and then maybe like it could be maybe a year or 2 or 3 or 4, like a special talent comes.
That's it. Yeah.
So maybe we're just not having that luck at the moment where we're getting people through. But sometimes like look at Usain Bolt. I mean, sometimes when I see the first race, I think, oh yeah, like, then you just think, oh snap, like, wow, this guy's. So it's timing. It's just creating the right environment. But you're right. I think just creating that right environment, and obviously trying to encourage it a bit more. Personally, that's why I think anyway. People may say differently.
Shiz, what do you think? Well, obviously you've been coaching sometimes. You see some kids who got electric pace and maybe got a poor first touch.
That's my saying. Go stick to running.
You wouldn't say that to them, but is that what you're thinking? Is that what you're thinking? You're thinking this guy could maybe do well in another sport.
You know what? After all the coaching I've done, I've never ever thought that.
No?
I've always thought this is someone. That's the goal. Teach him. If you can kick a ball, you've got a player on your hands.
Yeah.
But I do agree with Elijah. In America, track and field is when they go to upper school, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
That's their thing. Track and field is drilled into them. And I think maybe that's what they need to do over here. There's kids out there, but obviously Loughborough, that's where everyone goes. It's not really it's a bit far for everyone, isn't it? So maybe they need to start doing more flex around here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously, I think the Linford Christie Stadium, they're going to be knocking that down apparently. I think they're going to be protesting to keep it.
Wow.
I was training there for my younger years when I was like early 20s.
And
Look to close these places down. So I don't know. Maybe someone maybe someone like either Dean Asher Smith is going to inspire more kids to get back into sport. If she can go on to become Olympic champion next year, maybe that might help inspire more girls as well, especially more female sprinters as well. And hopefully that would also inspire the men to get back in there and compete. What do you guys think?
I think every time there's an event, a big major sporting event on, there's always a rise in competitors or people that want to take part. So maybe this is the year, the Olympics coming up, more people take athletics a bit more serious.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Definitely. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the week's football. Obviously, it's been jam-packed, and I'm sure you guys are looking forward to that. Good results for one other guy over here, the other guy not too good a result. But yeah, take a little break, and then we'll be back with the football. And welcome back to the Bells and Whistles Sports Show live on Riverside Radio. Guys, massive week of football. Cheers, Elijah. Start for the Champions League. We're going to start with Tottenham. Tottenham Hotspurs beat Bayern Munich. Obviously, finished Tottenham Hotspurs 2, Bayern Munich 7. I'm going to let you guys start with this one. What do you think? Obviously, cheers for that performance. What do you think of the scoreline?
The scoreline, damn, it was a battering from start to finish. But in saying that, Tottenham started actually quite decently. Obviously, some put them up, 1-0 up, and then from there it just went downhill. I don't think anyone in football could have predicted that scoreline. Hats off to Bayern Munich though, German machines.
Yeah, brilliant. Liza, what do you think?
Yeah, you know what? It's so weird because I remember when Liverpool played Bayern Munich last season, just looking at their team thinking, this team looks old. But now you look at it now, obviously, you got Lewandowski, you got Coutinho now. Gnabry's looking good as well, doing that celebration, stirring up, because them 4 goals. The team looks like there's more balance and there's more options, especially in the defence. When you're paying out big money for for Pavard as well, these are World Cup winners. They look, yeah, exactly. They look like they're in a good space, but it's the way they dispatch Spurs. It's more like the defending was just so poor. Like
I think I gave up after 4.
You know what? It's like the goals just like what's going on. But to be fair, I don't know because it feels weird when Pochettino they got knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Some of the stuff he was saying that they're not together. Seems like people have got like different motives that they're going about. It seems like there's a bit of discord within it. And to me, that's just like, boy, you just threaten, just say, you know what, Man United need to come and call him. I need to leave because 7, man, whew, that's hard to take. Although, don't get me wrong, Lewandowski's second was immense.
Eyes in the back of his head.
He was brilliant. Like the way Coutinho just kind of flicked the ball, I was like, yeah, they look good. But you know what? Maybe they'll have better days. You never know.
Have a straight face.
I hope not. No, obviously sticking to that game. Tottenham defended awfully in the second half. Obviously, the first half they played pretty well in the first 20-something minutes. Son took his goal very well. If it wasn't for Neuer, Tottenham probably would have been outside. Made some very good saves, and but for me, the likes of Harry Kane was quiet for me. Who else is there? Harry Winks, who I'm not really a massive fan of. I don't think he played that. Well.
Yeah,
there's too many players who, for me, went higher were missing in that game. They just one out of the races. But yeah, shout out to Serge Gnabry.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna say
that.
Yeah, we
shout out to
paid him. Come on.
Yeah, he demolished them, mate. Honestly.
And yeah, he was
the pace, the direct. He was direct. Showed that he's got 2 good feet. There's a lot of footballers out there who got so much pace, but when they get down to the weaker foot, they can't do nothing. They can't cross the ball, can't shoot, can't do nothing. And he showed that if he needs to go on his left, he can put it bottom bag of his left. And yeah, for me, just phenomenal. Yeah. Serge Aurier got destroyed all night long.
I don't think he's even that good of a. Like, don't get me wrong. When he's having a decent game, he's decent. But when it's bad, it's proper bad. Like, yo, bro, like you're playing professional football.
He's talking about the States. It is a Tottenham kid to go and play.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? It's weird with the Gnabry thing because, like, if you look years ago, I remember Pulis was like, yeah, this guy can't even get in the West Brom team. West Brom,
struggling West Brom team.
Now he's destroying people out in the Champions League. Like, it's crazy. And fair play to him as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, obviously, I wanted them to stay at Arsenal, but we had that Theo Walcott I wasn't a big fan of, and also Chamberlain. But obviously, we still had a lot of options back then, and it's very hard with Iwobi as well. It's very hard for him to stay in the team. Obviously, Wenger again messed up by letting another talent go. But yeah, it is what it is. What can we say? Can't say nothing about it now, it's done. But yeah, Tottenham, I think they're going to have to try and bounce back from this one. Obviously, it wasn't good that they drew their first game against Olympiacos, and now to suffer a heavy defeat like this at home. I think there is problems in the camp. I think there's something going on behind closed doors. The reason why they've been performing poor of late. They just about beat Southampton last week, so I think there's something wrong in the camp. But yeah, for me, I don't really care. I think it continues being an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, you know.
We're going to move off on Tottenham because we're a bit bored of them now. We're going to talk about Liverpool.
Come on, you Reds.
Elijah, I mean, second half performance, you guys looked on the ropes, honestly.
Mate, if there was a game, I'll be like, yo, you might have to throw in the towel in. You know what? The thing is, like, when you look at Liverpool and Man City, you can see, like, you know, the attacking forces is deadly. The thing that I've got a problem with Liverpool is that sometimes when you're up like that, you can't stop. You need to, like, what Man City would have done is they would have consistently held possession and just kept on going for it. We looked a little bit like, oh, we're cruising, you know. Yeah. Not knowing that Salzburg were like, all right, cool. Is that what you're thinking? We'll get the one. And then when it was like the two, I was like, when it was the three, I was like, kind of defending this. It's like everyone kind of forgot what they was doing. Obviously, Salah grabbed the winner. But for me, what it is that you can always tell, especially at Anfield, you just get blown away. That first like 20 minutes, I'm there just thinking, yo, like, Robertson gets a goal. I think, is he a striker? Like, one like fullback to the other. What's going on here? Like, what we don't have and what we kind of need is you need a kind of like a Modric or a Cruz that can just like kind of hold the ball, give it to all the centre mids that we've got at the moment, apart from kind of maybe like Chamberlain and Keita, too similar. Like Vermaelen and like Milner, they're just like workaholics. You know, they're good to run about and stuff like that. But
Henderson's for it.
I was there like just sitting in the pub thinking, what am I watching, man? What is this? Like, usually at Anfield we would just blow teams, but it looked a bit, for me it was a lapse in concentration, and Klopp blew it anyway. At the end he was kind of saying, you know what, we've been put in for a fight, but we needed to win. Yeah. We couldn't lose 2 games, and I'm happy. You can tell, like, when you look at the first goal that Mane does, a little flick to Firmino, the guy, honestly, I know everyone will say, oh, Salah's this, Mane's that. Firmino is the guy that makes the team. He makes the team. If he doesn't play, we're affected so bad. The flicks that he does, the way he drops back, honestly, man, he's the guy. But it's good win anyway. Good win for Liverpool. But against Leicester coming up now, it's a tricky one because they'll definitely be up for it. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Liverpool do give teams a chance. Yeah. As good as they do look going forward, they do give teams a chance. So that's one thing they have to be careful of, and especially getting complacent of being 3-0 up. I think they thought, it's comfortable now. Yeah. So obviously, I don't know if you guys saw the team talk from the Salzburg manager. Yeah. Give him a real rollicking, showing that we're showing too much respect, especially Van Dijk. You need to get at Van Dijk, and I think they did. I mean, the equaliser came down by Van Dijk's side. He just allowed the guy to cross and then tapped into empty net. But I mean, obviously, last season Van Dijk was phenomenal. Liverpool looked phenomenal defensively. But now maybe he's showing a few creaks there, because the way he got sat down for the first goal. What do you think of that?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Van Dijk's still the best defender in the world. He played as, for me, he was Gomez. The guy was moaning about he's not playing.
And then when he gets a chance,
he's just rubbish.
I was like, yo, Matty, where you like? Matty, like.
If my brother said no, we had to get back. Yeah, it was at 3-0 Liverpool full. Game's done and dusty. Yeah. Let's just take the mic, do this. When they got to 3-2, I was like, come on, get another one. When they got the front, I was like, they're gonna win this now. They're gonna win this. Oh my God, I mean, to cuss them out, I was like, when they got the front, I was like, let me turn this off now. Let me turn the game off now. Let's go. Yeah, done.
And that's the problem, I think, sometimes with. I know anytime when we play Man City or any other team, I just know that, like, there can be a spell for 10 minutes where you will get blasted, like, the pressure will be relentless. But it's about controlling it, which Klopp has tried to do a lot now, is that, like, look, you kind of need to kind of curve that and control it in a sense. Yeah. But I think after 3, that's the difference. If it's Man City, they'll be passing it, knocking it, like, you'll be running, trying to catch shadows and stuff like that. Whereas Liverpool, once that kind of 3-1 kind of crept in, you kind of thought, maybe like Salzburg can come in. But I still think it's a good result, really, because sometimes you look at a game and you be like, you know what, we can't really take anyone for granted. If we're up like this, we can't have what happened last time before. We have to kill a team there and there. Because I feel if Liverpool had got the 4th, it would have been game over. They literally would have been like, oh, okay,
it's
what we do. But when you get a 1 in there, you're like, But the second, that's when I was like, oh, no.
Panicking
bits here, you know. But I take the win, though. I take the win. Sometimes you have to kind of win it like that. It just shows that, you know what, the front three are firing well. Defence definitely, Klopp needs to, and Gomez needs to clear up as well. Because I liked it, but I feel like ever since that injury last season before,
He's gone down.
he's dipped a little bit, but he's going to come back strong. He is.
Yeah, we're going to move on. Also, Man City won 2-0 against Zagreb. Have you guys watched that game?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I saw the battering.
The chances.
So cheers, go on. How do you mean by battering? Man City battering them? The scoreline didn't suggest that. Go on.
They just had so many chances. I think in the post, and it was just, the chances were just not going in. But they got the 2 goals. Sterling come on, and then they won. So not good.
Yeah, Sterling's finishing, honestly, these days is just remarkable, man. He just gets himself in the right position like every time now. Every time, so good win for them as well.
Yeah. Do you guys think this could be the year Man City go on to win the trophy?
Nah.
Please don't ever say that again.
No,
why not?
Because they kind of remind me of a bit like PSG. You got like the things there, but mentally something up here.
Yeah.
They'll get to quarters and semis and it'll be the same problem again. They'll get blasted by a
They
team.
never even got that far, so they're first.
It's weird. It's weird because they look very well rounded. But I think once Laporte went down that time, you know, tricky one there.
Okay, we're gonna also another English team played this weekend as well. Chelsea won 2-1 away to Lille.
Yeah, man.
Guys, what do you think of that game? Did you watch that?
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. I said yeah. No, yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I really like what Lampard's doing at Chelsea, man. With these youngsters, because Tammy's looking like, boy, anytime he shoots in front of goal, it's going to go in. And obviously, well done, congratulations on him getting his call up into the England side. Chelsea, they look good. Lampard is really, they got to be patient though. My thing is that, like, when he didn't get his win at Stamford Bridge, everyone was like, what's going on here? Like, they got to give him the time, which I don't know if they will do, because I feel their fans will just turn on him. Even though he's a legend, they'll turn on him, man. Honestly, I can see it happen to Solskjaer as well. You're going through that rosy period, like results are doing well. You lose maybe 2 or 3 games in a bout, everyone's like, get him out, get someone experienced.
Fans are fickle. You do get fickle fans, so I won't be surprised if it does happen. I won't be surprised at all. But Tammy Abraham, another goal. I know Nando will be happy if he's listening of how he took the goal. Finishes a bit poor defended for me. Ricochets all over the gaff, and for me it was ricochets all over the gaff, but he turned well and put away. Bit fortunate how they got the winner from Willian as well.
Oh, but it was a good strike though.
For his legs.
Nice volley.
Kind of.
For me, the defender was a bit like Xhaka. He sort of turned his back and he didn't want to.
Might as well
it looks like I'm trying.
For me, I don't know about that, but I mean, well done to Chelsea, man. Good result. It's not easy to win away from home. Well done to them. Another game we're going to talk about. I know Nando's not going to be happy about me talking about this game, but it was Barcelona 2, Inter Milan 1. I think Nando was getting gassed.
Wait, where does that?
He was getting gassed, saying that he wasn't worried about Barcelona. I mean, it was the Luis Suarez show, wasn't it, Chiz?
Oh, that man, as much as I can't stand to play for Liverpool, but the man's a genius in front of goal.
He is,
or outside the box in this case. How you scissor kicking it from there? How do you have the audacity to do that?
He actually scored a few goals at as well.
I know what I'm saying.
I think he done one against Arsenal as well.
Yeah, but and then obviously Messi's brilliance for the last goal. The man's just a genius, but shout out to Nando, innit? Happy days, mate.
I know he's disappointed about that. Obviously, Dortmund winning as well wasn't a good result for him, so I think they're now bottom of that group. Good. They really shouldn't be. I still believe they get out. Something about Dortmund what I don't think is that great about them, so I still think they get out of that group. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Europa League. We're going to get the boring game out first, by the way, first, yeah. So it was the 0-0 draw between AZ Alkmaar and Manchester United. Cheers. Let's talk about the performance first of Man United, and then let's talk about what's next for United in terms of how do you improve.
First of all, I want to start off with saying it's a good result away from home. I know people forget that, I want you to it, but going to a stadium, playing an artificial turf, that's not even their ground. People forget that. Their ground got their roof blown off, so we're playing in an artificial pitch. And he's given the kids a chance. Alright, to be fair, I've fallen asleep. I'm not going to lie, I was falling asleep. But I think what people realise is that Man United of 10 years, 20 years ago have gone. This is the new Man United now. People like my age were blessed with titles, Champions League, you name it, we had it. Now it's completely, football's changed. So I think what he's doing the right thing, he's giving people a chance, and I do think January they're going to be a major signing. 2 major signings for Man United.
Where do you think that'll be?
A striker, definitely a striker, because not just, don't get me wrong, Rashford's a good player, but for me he's not a striker, he's a winger. How Henry converted from a winger to a striker, Rashford is going the other way. He's got pace. All is a bit of a trickery. And he still scores goals from wide. People don't realise. People think you have to be a centre forward. You can score goals from wide. Ronaldo, Messi, they've done it over the years. Not saying it's that level, but you can score from wide. Robin, Ribery. So it can be done. But overall, listen, we didn't lose. 4 points. On to the next one.
That's the main thing. You didn't lose, so can't really be too disappointed. We're going to talk about the Arsenal game. For me, I'm going to talk about my club. So. Yeah, what can I say? The guy, Gabriel Martinelli. Sorry, my bad. Martinelli took his goals well again. 2 games now, 4 goals. For me, I was well surprised with the first goal. The header was fantastic. Turney put a wicked ball in the box and he headed it in for the first goal. Took his second goal very well. Took a touch, cut inside and bent it in one corner. It's very good to see. Because if we do look like if we do one day get suspensions and injuries, hopefully this kid can be coming off the bench or even start some games and get some goals for us. He gives us another dimension, attacking dimension. He's very direct, good in the air. Like I said, we can't be afraid to put balls in the box now because he's quite decent in the air. And he took his goals well. Willock as well took his goal well. Joe Willock put in a really good performance as well. Like I said, Kieran Tierney as well, put in a good performance, come back from injury. Hector Bellerin is slowly coming back. Reece Nelson's on the right as well. Goalkeeper looked quite solid as well. I mean, it's positive for Arsenal in terms of the future. We've got some good young players coming through. So obviously you've got a lot of Chelsea fans talking about their quartet of players, but we've got some very good players as well. Yeah. So it's very good to see, and I'm hoping some of these guys can maybe push the likes of Xhaka, the likes of obviously Saka's coming in, the likes of Pepe as well, push them in and try and ask them out of the team and get a starting person themselves.
Rich, you say push Xhaka? That's your new captain, right?
Yeah, but for me, injury happens, injury suspensions happen. If you play like Xhaka, he's going to get suspensions because he's under touch wood. He does. So people like Joe Willock going to have to come in. Hopefully going to come in. Reece Nelson, you've got some players who come in. They show they're more than capable of coming in and doing a job. So yeah, it's good to see, and I'm confident now. I'm happy. Obviously, I'm still worried about the defence, but hopefully now we get everyone back. That's of Chambers, Holding. Obviously, Bellerin's back now. Turney's back. Hopefully, we can start to improve defensively because I think that's where we're going to struggle in terms of defensively. We're a bit weak. But yeah, a good result. 4-0 home. Yeah. We move on to the next one. Great result for Wolves as well. Winning 1-0 away from home. Willy Body with a late goal against.
93rd minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
Besiktas. They've been struggling for most of the season. So well done to Wolves. Unlucky to Rangers losing 2-1 to Young Boys away from home.
Vegas make the team.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, because we've got that time running out, we're going to talk about the Premier League weekends. Last weekend before international break, we're going to go through the fixtures. So we've got Brighton v Spurs tomorrow at lunchtime. Guys, predictions for that game?
2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs, Elijah?
We're going 2-2, you know. I reckon they'll start and Harry Kane will just save them to get a point. Though they're in not the best places right now. So Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a point shed.
I'm going to go for a 3-1 Spurs win. I watched Brighton last week against Chelsea. They tried to play the ball out from the back. It's like, why? Like, some people are just not comfortable. They're not footballers. They're trying to do the job. Yeah, and I think the way Tottenham press, lots of if Moro plays, lots of Son. If everyone presses from the front, I think they're prone to make mistakes and they give the ball away, and I think they get punished. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Spurs when I'm going to go for them to bounce back, because if they don't bounce back from that 7-2 barrier, I don't know what they bounce back from, to be honest. So yeah, Spurs win for me. Burnley v Everton, guys.
1-1.
1-0.
I'll go 2-1 to Burnley, you know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll say like, it's a hard side to go to, you know, to try and get something from. And I reckon they'll get in there. Barnes will get.
Actually, Barnes, yeah.
Yeah, he'll get a cheeky goal in there.
Okay, so another one you're looking forward to. I know you're going to be watching, Elijah. Liverpool v Leicester at Anfield tomorrow.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it's gonna be a 3-2, you know. To us, really.
That's
honestly,
yeah, I agree.
I feel like the defense right now is not really, but the boys up front, they're just doing the business, man. That front three is frightening. So yeah, I reckon Mane opens the scoring, but obviously they come into it. Vardy, I have a feeling he'll get a goal as well. He always loves scoring against the big boys. But yeah, 3-2, and we still carry on. Gotta stay perfect, man.
So you going 3-2 as well?
Yeah, I'm going 3-2. Yeah.
Man United fan saying Liverpool will win. Okay, yeah.
But he knows about those the attacking balls.
Yeah, I think everyone does. Norwich v Villa, guys.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Norwich. Pookie.
Yeah, exactly. I've got him in my fantasy. Like, as soon as I put him in, he dried up. Where's the goals at, boy? Like, nah, it's a 2-1 there as well. I'm going for.
Yeah, that's actually a big good game. I think it's a big close game, very close game.
I play good football.
I'm just going to go Norwich because they're playing at home and probably got a bit more firepower than Villa do. So I'm going to go for a Norwich win. 2-1. Watford v Sheffield United.
Sheffield United 1-0.
Ooh. I'm going to take the 1-0 as well, actually. Yeah.
So 1-0 Sheffield United away victory.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know if Troy Deeney's back as well. They're struggling as well for goals. I'm going to go for a draw here. I'm going to go for 1-1.
Okay.
1-1 draw. West Ham v Crystal Palace. This is a decent game. This should be, well, hopefully.
West Ham 2-1.
So I'm going West Ham 3-1.
You know what? I'm going to go for a draw here. I think Palace are quite decent away from home. London derby. West Ham, I don't know if they've got a few injuries. But I'm going to go for a draw here. I'm going to go for a 1-1. And then you've got my beloved Arsenal, beat Bournemouth. We'll start with Chiz.
3-1 Arsenal.
Ooh, I thought you were going to say the other way. I was like, wow. You know what? I'm going to say point shed, because like Bournemouth play some good stuff, but you guys in the offence it's their Achilles, man. That people will kill you eventually. So yeah, I'm saying 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. The Bournemouth are a good team. They play some good football. I'm going to back my team. I'm going to go for 2-1 Arsenal win. 2-1. Okay. Man City beat Wolves.
It's going to pain me to say this again, but Man City win 3-0, 4-0.
Yeah, I'm even saying 5 to be honest. Yeah, it's going to be that. Honestly, Wolves, after they come for the Europa, they're looking to get whooped, probably. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, I'm going to go for 4-1 Man City win there. And then Man United v Newcastle.
My beloved United, 2-1 United.
2-1 United.
Rashford.
Okay, you go for Rashford.
I'm going for I'm actually going for a 2-1 as well, but actually own goals scored by everyone. No one could find the back of it. Get him on goals going in.
And then the last one of the weekend, I think, is Southampton v Chelsea.
Chelsea 2-0.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 as well, actually. Tammy gets another one.
I'm going to go for the 3-1 Chelsea. I'm going to go for Tammy, Mason Mount and Pedro. Okay. Yeah, so we're pretty much coming to an end. If you can, like I said, guys, follow us on all social media handles. Bells and Whistle Sport on Instagram, Bells and Whistles on YouTube, and we're also on Facebook. You can catch us every night, Friday night, 9 o'clock, Riverside Radio. We're out. Good night.
Peace.
Take care.